We're here today talking about an amazing brand from New Zealand, Mons Royale. They specialise in merino wool and making some amazing gear. So we seem to have this myth in the UK where we always think that merino is just a winter material. Have you ever looked out into the fields and seen sheep in their big, furry, woolly coats, of course, in the summer, in the winter, not moaning like we do, having to put layers on and off? That's because merino wool is an amazing regulator of heat. So like I've already mentioned, once it gets to winter, we all get out of the wardrobe our merino wool because we know it's really warm when it's cold out. However, merino is much more than just a base layer. It's a really good material you can use year round because it regulates your temperature brilliantly. Now, before I tell you about all the benefits of merino, let me give you a quick recap on Mons Royale. So like I say, they're from New Zealand. That's where the home of merino wool is. Merino wool is actually much thinner and finer than the wool you'll see on the sheep in the UK, and that's why it makes a really good material for when it's hot and when it's cold. And if you knit it in different ways, it can do really good different performances. So Mons Royale set themselves up in 2009 when the world seemed to be obsessed with synthetic layers, which of course are plastics, and they can move moisture very quickly, but they're not always great when it gets really cold and a bit damp. And while the big merino brands were sort of caught napping and they were just making gear for the ski market and things like that, as you can see, Merino makes really nice lightweight t-shirts. So what they did is use merino wool to make a whole collection that you can wear year round, whether you're just chilling out, doing high activity, winter sports, biking, things like that. I will move on to merino in a minute, but a bit more about Mons Royale. So the company sounds amazing. We're reading up about it. They're really, really ethical. They've got good sustainability coming through the whole company. They're B Corp registered, which is pretty hard to get, meaning they're committed to that sustainability as well. They're trying to use mainly natural fibers. I think it's around 80%. So that means they're using things like merino wool, like we all know is a natural fiber, but they're also doing clever blending with materials like tencel. So tencel comes from tree pulp, and that's from sustainably managed forests. So it's a really lovely material and it just adds a real nice silky touch to it as well. So one of the strap lines I like that they use is the fact that it's cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. So that really makes sense. Basically, merino wool manages your temperature better than anything else. Over in America, one of the universities there teamed up with the Woolmark company to do a big scientific study into merino wool, and it came up with the result of being 96% better than synthetics at buffering. So if you don't know what buffering is, because I certainly didn't, that means temperature management. So that moisture management is why it's so good for nearly all the activities we do here at Outside. So a lot of stop-start stuff, things like skiing and climbing, basically you get really, really hot and sweaty and then you stop and then you get really cold. So as we know, man-made fibers like polyester do wick moisture really, really, really well, but when you suddenly stop, they can feel cold and damp for quite a lot longer than merino wool can. So merino holds up to 30% of its own weight in moisture and then it releases it in vapor back into the world. And so you just feel a lot more comfortable once you've finished your activity and while you're doing it. So this amazing fabric manages to keep you cool when it's hot and warm when it's cold, with an amazing thing that's within the fabric itself. It's crimped. So merino wool is naturally crimped. What that means is there's lots of little air pockets within these fibers. That means when it's cold, it will trap some air in there and keep it nice and warm. And when it's hot, it will let it out and let your excess heat evaporate. So you can be nice and warm when it's cold and nice and cool when it's hot. And of course, Mons Royale have used this to their full extent. And so in winter, you'll find really nice, thick merino wool base layers, which might be more hugging and you can wear under your ski jacket and things like that to keep you warm while moving that excess moisture. Then in the summer, amazing materials like this, really, really, really thin. And I've been trying it quite a lot while it's been boiling recently. We've had a proper heat wave and I made myself wear merino, which I wouldn't normally do. And I've been really, really impressed because I do keep cool, so the sun hoodie feels really nice when it's actually really hot. Who would have thought it? And particularly this layer, I think this is called the Icon Tee. It's going to be a staple for us here because it's just so comfy to wear. You can go to the pub in it, you can go for a run it. I'm going to go climbing in it later, and I'm definitely going to wear it as my first layer winter climbing this winter. And the other incredible thing about merino wool is the fact that it naturally repels odour. Now that is perfect for people going on long trips. Imagine being away in the van for a few weeks with me. I can really stink, particularly if I'm not washing my gear. And that's why you'll see nearly all sock brands use loads of merino wool, because it's true, feet stink, don't they? Bacteria seems to struggle to stick to merino wool, so that smell doesn't build up, and that means we don't have to wash it as much as we would, so that's another good sustainable tick. So when man-made fibres like synthetics try and do odour-killing t-shirts and stuff like that, they usually have to add some kind of chemical in there to make it do that. Of course, merino does it naturally, so again, That's another environmental tick. So why not give Merino a go? Don't just save it for winter. I'm certainly going to be wearing it for the rest of this summer. I've had friends for years who said it's great in the heat, and I've sort of ignored them and didn't think they were right, and annoyingly, they were right. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, we've got loads more over on our YouTube channel. Maybe give us a subscribe if you want to see more like this. And if you get a chance, come in this shop, check out the range, try on this amazing new material if you like, and have a look on our website as well.